Lindy, game 82, does it feel like it's been a long season, a fast season, or what do you sort of think about when you head into this final game?
Well, really, how much we've enjoyed it. We've had some ups and downs, but for the most part, it's been a pretty consistent season that, every night we feel like opportunity to win the hockey game.
Just a couple minutes ago, the club called up Akir Schmid. Is the expectation he's a backup, or how do you sort of...
Yeah, he's gonna back Blackwood up tonight.
Is there an expectation that you'll also be resting some players, or you're not really sure yet?
Not sure.
Can you explain why Vanacek isn't resting? Is it just rest for the playoffs, or what's the situation with him?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into details,
right.
But yeah, he's out for that more that specific reason.
Lindy, people talk about your team's speed all the time. What leads you to believe that speed can equate to playoff hockey? Because obviously the game changes a little bit. What about your team's speed can kind of equate to what playoff hockey is?
Well, yeah, we know there's a regular season level and there's a playoff level. That's what you're talking about. We know that everybody has to kind of get out of their own level to be able to win in the playoffs. The first round, a battle of will. I've said this, that players that don't normally hit start hitting. That applies to our club too. Doesn't matter size. We start talking about puck battles, physicality and puck battles that you got to win. So we've had a lot of challenges through the year that we've answered. We've answered the question with a yes, and our next question is to be able to prove that we can take this into the playoffs and be a successful team.
How satisfying is it to have all 5 New York teams in the playoffs? Remember, it's 5.
Yeah, I really only care about one. For me, it's just making sure the Devils were in, so the other ones weren't even my concern.
But it may put a little extra media attention toward the playoffs and the Devils.
Yeah, well, obviously, but again, really just focus on your own team. I think as an area, pretty special they can all be in. But for us, our focus the whole year was making sure we were there.
You've talked about enjoying this season through the ups and downs, remaining consistent. Are there any standout points, whether individual, whether you can set a team record for wins, you can set a team record for points, individuals are up on milestones?
Well, I think, again, those are the things that you enjoy. The individual success has led to team success. The ability for us to utilize everybody. All 23, 24, 25 guys, the guys we've called up from Nolan Foote to Akir Schmid, all the way up that have helped us win hockey games. It's been a total team effort, and when we've needed big plays from our big players, we've got them. When we've needed big games in goal, we've got that. We've talked about the group as a whole. It's not about one individual when we lose, and it's really not about one individual when we win.
I know you thought you had a good team coming into the year, but was there a game or a moment early in the season that really made you think, like, this team could be special and have the type of season that they've had so far this year?
I think that I've referenced preseason is always a good indication. I really like the commitment we had in preseason. Again, where our goals against that were in preseason, even with partial lineups, just the buy-in by everybody to make sure that the one way we're going to get in is to be a more committed team away from the puck, which we were the whole year. I think when we went on the stretch, really from Game 2. Game 2 was a game that we had a lot of opportunities, and it was a game that we probably should have won, but we went on that stretch where the goals against were real low, and it just told me if you can keep the opportunities down, you're going to have a good chance to win every night.
Luke got a game under his belt already. If he's playing in tonight, what do you kind of look for in continuation?
Again, just really to keep the game in front of him, which he did. Utilize the tools he has: the passing, the skating, keeping gaps tight. Making that first pass out of the zone, being able to jump in if there's the opportunity.
Could you use them in the power play, or you can just stick with your guys?
No, we could. We've talked about that today.
Yeah.
Utilize them on a second unit. if we choose to play them.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.